What's goody? Hey man, so we need to talk about what happened in the NFL wildcard first round. Look at the dog. You see the dog? I had to get up at 4:30 in the morning to take this dog out and to get up and give the dog water. Whole time my girlfriend said apparently I didn't even have to take him out. He probably just wanted water. She was the one that told me he probably had to go out. So how was I supposed to? You feel me? Anyways, that's Pierre. That's the dog. He just sitting there on the window still, just windows closed, blinds are closed. I don't know what he looking for, but yesterday, there was two NFL wildcard games on. There was the Texans and the Chargers, and there was the Steelers and the Ravens. And let me tell you, I predicted y'all saw my predictions and everything like that. And if you didn't, go ahead and go watch that video. But I predicted that the Chargers would win, idiotic of me, and I predicted that the Ravens would win, which was a great pick. He's standing on the windowsill, just sniffing around. Anyways, listen, the Ravens took care of business the way I expected it to. I expected it to be a little bit of a closer game just because it was a divisional rivalry. The Steelers just really didn't play well. Lamar played very well. Derrick Henry played great and everything like that. So there's not too much for me to talk about with that game. The Steelers did what they've been doing for like the past 6-7 years annually. They'll get to that above 500 record. They'll get to the playoffs. They'll lose in the first round. TJ Watt didn't do a damn thing yesterday. And apparently I saw some stat on Twitter that like for the last 200 snaps that he's played, he hasn't recorded a single stat besides the snap. Like, that right there blew my mind because I think of TJ Watt as one of the three best edge rushers on the planet, in my personal opinion, especially last year when I thought he was a guy that should have gotten a little more love for the Defensive Player of the Year race. And then it's just like, I don't know how true that stat is and everything like that. Like, it wasn't from like Pro Football Focus or anything. It was from like a person, so I don't know. Somebody fact check that for me. But if that's true, that's crazy. But the game that I really want to talk about is the Chargers-Texans. Hey, Texans. You guys surprised me. Derek Stingley might be the best corner in the NFL. I still think it's Pat Surtain, but Derek Stingley's probably number 2 for me right now. He's better than Sauce Gardner, which I think I think most people have realized that at some point throughout the season that he was actually the better one from that 2022 draft. That like this year he was the better one. Like I feel like most people realize that like throughout this season. But let me tell you, man, the way that the Texans, after starting out what I remember them being down 6-0, and then I went to the grocery store with my girlfriend and her best friend. We were getting stuff for dinner. We were getting some wine and stuff. Not my girlfriend, but me and her friend were getting some wine and stuff like that. We were just chilling. We were doing all that. I came back. We were watching some Criminal Minds. I wasn't really watching the game because when I was watching it, I was kind of bored. It looked like the Texans were not, the Texans defense was doing all it could, but the Texans offense started off bad. Literally, the first play of the offense was John Mechie fumbling the ball, and then what happened after that? Did CJ Stroud threw a pick? I don't remember. He like almost threw a pick or something like that, and then they ended up giving the ball right back. Those guys go down there. They score 2 field goals. But given the situation, it was really good that the Chargers only got 2 field goals out of that whole thing. It was like the Chargers offense wasn't doing anything special. They could really only get the ball to Ladd McConkey, and that was something that continued throughout the game. But what we need to talk about is Justin Herbert. Because Justin Herbert is a man that throughout the regular season threw a total of 3 interceptions. He used throughout the regular season was somebody that people thought was a great player. They thought, look, this is the Justin Herbert that we've been saying in these what-if scenarios for the past 2-3 years, that once he gets a good coach, once he has a good team, blah, blah, blah. Like, imagine when he has receivers, now that he has this coach, they're already doing this. Can't wait till they draft some receivers, which they do need to do, by the way. Like, that, I'm not saying they don't need to draft receivers. I'm not saying that this isn't on any of the receivers because aside from Ladd McConkey, nobody could get open, nobody could catch the ball, nobody could do nothing with the receivers or even the tight ends except for Ladd McConkey. I saw a ball hit Quentin Johnston right in the hands and he dropped it. I saw the ball hit Will Dissly right in the hands and he dropped it. And keep in mind, I only watched like the first quarter. I saw all that in just the first quarter. I didn't even watch the second quarter. So I don't... Like, what? Anyways. Or I watched some of the second quarter, but I didn't watch the whole second quarter for sure. Anyways. Justin Herbert is a man that went from all of that, being a social media quarterback, one of the biggest what-ifs and everything like that, people saying, oh, he's really a top 5 quarterback talent, he just doesn't have the team, he didn't have the coach. After throwing 3 interceptions in the whole 2024-2025 regular season, this man threw 4 interceptions yesterday. Like I said, the Chargers... Their receivers except for Ladd McConkey, terrible. They couldn't run the ball for nothing. Okay, I get that and I feel that. But at a certain point, when in one singular playoff game against a defense that's not necessarily thought of as elite, against a team that most people, despite you being the lower seed, picked you to beat, you can't go out there and throw 4 interceptions. This man had this man's completion. I don't know what the percentage is exactly. It's like 38, maybe 40, something like that, just based off the math I'm doing in my head. This man completed 14 of 32 passes. What? 14 of 32 passes, gang? And you're one of those quarterbacks people saying he's a top 5 talent. He doesn't have the team around him. Yeah, my dick and balls. You haven't had a playoff win yet in your NFL career. You've had 2 of the most embarrassing playoff losses in my recent memory. You had the, what was it, 27 or 28-0 where you let Trevor fucking Lawrence come back. And listen, we gave most of that brain to Brandon Staley and everything like that. We gave you a little bit of a pass. You were younger than whatever. Brandon Staley was a terrible coach, so you got scapegoated a little bit with that one. We didn't say too much on you about that one. At least I didn't. And then yesterday, you go up against CJ Stroud, a guy that already last year won more playoff games than you've won in your career, but then now he doubled it this year. He won a playoff game last year, now he's won 2. You've been in 2, you haven't won a single one. You have less playoff wins than like Dak Prescott. Come on, fam. You go out there against this team that you were expected to beat by most people who had been watching football, who had thought anything about football, and you go out there and go 14 for 32, for 1 touchdown. That was an 86-yard pass to Ladd McConkey and 4 interceptions. You threw 14 complete passes. You threw 4 interceptions. That means you threw 1/3 as many interceptions as you did complete passes almost. Bam! Do you understand how ass that is? I don't listen. Jim Harbaugh. The stat was Jim Harbaugh got taken away by the dirty bubble, and the Chargers didn't score again the whole game or whatever. The Chargers went on to get outscored by something crazy after that. Well, I don't give a damn. I do not give a damn. Jim Harbaugh, what he did this season was already a success for him. He came in and brought a team that was the last place, or if not the last place, then the second to last place in this division last year. They might not have actually been, considering how bad this division was last year. But anyway, a team that was bad. A team that was very bad. And he came in and turned that team into a playoff team in one of the toughest divisions in football that somehow happened to be one of the toughest divisions in football. Just like that. And then you get to the playoffs. I'm not about to turn on Jim Harbaugh just because he had that bad playoff performance, because he's the reason you got here. I don't want to hear about no damn Justin Herbert. Yes, he had a great regular season, but buddy, once you get to January, them lights are looking a little too bright for you. Being on the receiving end of 2 of the most embarrassing losses in recent playoff history, it has to be like under 2 different head coaches. At some point, we've got to look at you and be like, okay, maybe you're just not a playoff riser. Because the same way that we give Dak Prescott hate for not having won a bunch of playoff games, we have to give that same hate to you, because you clearly have the same problems, if not worse, than Dak Prescott does when it comes to the playoffs. Like, brother, 4 picks and you threw 3 the whole regular season? Damn near should have benched your stupid self. Like, my goodness, man. Listen, today we got 4 games on. I'm excited to watch them. We kick off the day with Buffalo at Denver. Denver at Buffalo. I can't wait to watch that game. I think that game has a lot of potential to be a super good game. I got a whole bunch of packing to do because me and my girl moving. It's a whole bunch of stuff that has to get done today. So I'm going to cut this video off right here. But let me just tell you, Justin Herbert, the national media may not say it, and I hope they do, but they may not. But trust me, I'm going to say it, because you deserve that same hate that brother Dak Prescott and whoever else has been getting. All right, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know what kind of videos y'all want to see. You will probably get another video that's like this tomorrow, like a reaction about what happened in the playoffs today. I'm trying to watch all 4 games today, where yesterday I did not watch enough of the games. Today I'm doing that. My girl's at work all day. I'm going to be packing. I'm going to be doing laundry. I'm going to be doing all that stuff for her. For us and everything like that. So I'm gonna be tuned in. I'm gonna be locked in, bro. I cannot wait to see these games. So yeah, man, stay tuned for some more videos coming out. All right, okay.